So sorry about that, we had some technical difficulties with the stream at the start of the game. The score is now 39 for the loss of no wickets after 5. So just a break here, Sam losing his footing on his front foot contact and trying to get a rag to maybe dry it off a little bit. In that case they'll have to shorten their run-ups, I think, these fielders. It did rain at about 10:15, that's why we delayed the start. Dharminder Singh come in and Sam doing a fine job there, drying the wicket out. Not sure if that's going to help that much, but need some sun on it and a bit of wind, that'll dry out. I think it will be better for the Lathbury Lightning innings. Let's see how Dharminder goes with this. In deep cover and long on for Jamie, the left-hander. In comes Dharminder. Oh, it's a wicked bounce off of that surface with a wide ball. That's a better line. And Jamie just defends that down. Dot. So last over of the power play, and again just defended, knocked down into the gap and through for a quick single. Good all-round cricket. So 4 to come this last over of the power play, 40 on the board. No wickets lost. It's short and dealt with by Packard, and that's raced away for 4, 1 bounce 4. Through the gap between the deep cover and the man just at backward point in the ring. Cleared that man in the ring really easily, never in doubt. And just push that wide again, Singh. Left hand, right hand is really paying dividends with the wides and extras. Bowler's struggling at the moment with it, and just cut down to backward point and single taken off of that. Lightning would be a bit more happy with the run rate at the moment. I want to pick that up a little bit though. Oh, it's down leg again. Not really dealing with this lefty-righty combination. Extras piling up. And he changes his action, comes round the wicket. Probably should have done that in the first place. And a little bit of wind there. Jamie backs away. See that wind just pick up quickly, and Jamie pulled out quite right. It's set again. And clipped away to the man at third. Leo Goulding there, fielding well. And a single taken. So one more to come off this over unless there's wide. Or a no ball. Let's see. In comes Arminder. Oh, it's edged and that's beaten everyone. Keeper and the man at third. 4 runs, ends the over. 53 now the score. At the end of the power play. Power play over. 53. After 6, no wickets down. All going to plan for the Lathbury Lightning at the moment, it seems. And Teo Ataloye comes on to bowl. Teo, originally from Nigeria, in Gibraltar for a few years now, heavily involved in the Nigerian Cricket Association. Travels all over Africa with his job and based out of Gibraltar, but mostly goes away and plays some cricket, which must be nice. So Teo got a long on, long off. And third is deep, and it just beats the diving Harry Discombe, but Leo comes round from third and stops that game from the boundary. Good arm in, and they'll take 2. Short, and just beat the man at extra there. Oh, sorry, at mid wicket really for the left-hander, and just got a hand to it, but could not snaffle that in. And deep mid wicket goes out for the right-hander. Long on, long off. Deep cover, and a man in the middle of the wicket, mid-wicket-ish, and a deep mid-wicket, quite straight. That's through the legs of the fielder, and misfield means they'll take run. So Jamie back on strike. Strike rate of 100 at the moment. Full toss dealt with by Jamie, smacked away. That would be 6 runs surely. And I think that is. It might have gone out the ground, did it? No. Hit the fence. 6 runs. Ball's gone out the ground after that big 6 from Jamie, so we'll look for another ball. So big six from Jamie. Ball's going out the ground. Definitely pleading with the general public out there to try and fetch it for us, but I think Tom's got umpire's gone and got another ball. There's a kind gentleman searching the bushes out there, but I think it's to no avail. And I think they've got it. Have they? Nope. Gallant effort. Tom has another ball. And we'll continue on. As the fielders go back into position. 2 to come still from the over. Current run rate at 9.45, looking a lot healthier after what was a slow start in the power play initially, but ended up around 40 off the power play. And now racing on now. These 2 set batters now will be looking to push on. So Teo comes in. Must have been very close. Hands went onto the head of Teo. Dot ball. Teo's last of the over. Bit shorter and just flicked away to the leg side, misfield, and they'll take 2. Well, they don't know. Sent back from Packard. Quite right too, I think. Single ends the over. 64 now after 7. And the sing will continue. With Jamie Riley at the other end. Field set. Deep square leg. Deep cover. Long on, long off. Third. Out the ring on the boundary. The man at third moves round now to square leg, and there's a man in the deep just in front of square leg. Where's he going to bowl? Oh, that's wicked. That bounced off of the Astro there and went away for 4 byes. Unfortunate. Just hit the edge of the apron and bounced up over Harry Pyle. Nothing he could do about it. And raced away for 4. We come back, delivery. Nice and straight, and Jamie just pushes that out for a single. The right-hander comes back on strike. Packard. There's a deep cover, deep mid-wicket, long on, long off, out the ring, and they're just pushing third back out the ring as well, all the way to the boundary they say, but he's wandering back slowly, not quite at the boundary. I wouldn't be happy with that. 10 yards off, and we want that fielder back on the boundary. Dot ball though. Good delivery from Daminda, another dot. Pushed it wide of off there. And that's played straight past the man at extra cover. Beautiful shot. Went flash past him, away for 4 runs. So 1 to come off this over. Slow ball, and that's flicked away for 6. Oh no, 1 bounce 4. Very well played from Packard, just waited for that slower ball. Helped it on its way over his left shoulder. And 1 bounce 4 ends the over. 77 now for after 8. No wickets down. This is exactly where Lathbury Lightning wanted to be. With the projected score of 193, it looks quite a strong opening innings for the Lightning so far. If these two can stick around, keep piling on the runs. So Teo continues. Field now is a bit more attacking. There's no one out on the leg side at all. And a long on actually, and long off. Deep cover and a deep third. And just a backward point and backward square leg. Slow ball and just edges that away into a gap, and he does turn for the second, but Packard sends him back. Just the single taken. So building a lovely partnership, these two, opening the batting here for Lightning. 78 scored so far. Short, and it's in the air. Big cries of catch. The fielder comes in, just does not make that. That should have been a catch, it looked like. But fielder really did not get underneath it, but let him just bounce in front of him and I guess stop the 4. Here's Jamie back on strike, the left-hander. Big appeal. Umpire unmoved. Dot ball. In comes Teo. Short, dealt with. 4 runs, 1 bounce 4. Great stuff from Jamie. Jamie just hooked that away over his right shoulder, cleared the man kind of on the 45. Things around the change in the field. It's going to go square. The man's coming out of covers to square leg, and the man and on the 45 or fine leg really goes deep. And that is smashed away through that gap between the man at backward square leg and fine leg. 4 runs. Where's Paddy Hatchman? Paddy Hatchman is away on a stag do in Fuengirola, enjoying himself. His team back the way here at Europa. It's driven out on the offside, and Semath comes round from long off. And a single taken ends the over. 88 after 9. Take his third of his spell, and we've got the commentator proper coming now. Kabir Mapuri making his way through the stand to the commentary box. A little wry smile on his way, a little trip up the step, and a tweak of the hamstring. Must have been leg day at the gym yesterday. Oh, beats the edge. Dot ball. And just coming down, Packard to have a little chat, a little fist bump. Lips wide, down leg. Really struggling with this left-right combination. All these bowlers really after the first two in the opening overs did really well restricting the score, but Jamie comes out and he goes shorter, but Jamie just adjusts, knock that down into the offside, and single taken again. Next, 4 to come from this over. Bring us up to the end of the 10th. 90 for no loss at the moment from the Lightning. As we welcome Kabir Mapuri into the box.
Good day to everyone. Good morning. Nice to be up here, even though it's slightly later. Looks like Lathbury Lightning have got off to a very, very good start. As we see Dharminder running in for his third over. So 91 for the loss of no wicket. 9.3 overs gone. Lathbury Lightning looking in complete control in a game that will take them equal on points with the leaders Kalpe Giants, who lost a massive game last weekend after putting 170 on the board. So Lathbury Lightning look like they're doing their job so far, but as we all know, this is cricket and sport, anything can happen. Slight change in the order, obviously, with some gun players for Lathbury Lightning missing. Young Jamie Riley being promoted to open the batting. Looks to be doing a very, very good job out there with the regular opener Charles Packard. As Dharminder finishes with a dot ball. Takes the total to 92 off 10 overs. Ring, ring, ring. The umpire wants to know something. Or it could just be Tom pressing buttons out there unknowingly. Nice to see some youngsters out there for Med Vikings. Obviously, they're also missing some very big players today. Skipper Paddy Hatchman not in once again. Centurion from last week. Miles Isted, who was a stand-in skipper last week, scoring his maiden century in Gibraltar since moving over. Match-winning innings, he's not present either. So will be a bit of a struggle for Med Vikings if they can't keep Lathbury Lightning down to a total within their reach, but nonetheless, they've got to battle hard and try their best. As we see Alex Sawyer come in for his first over of the day. Young Alex, obviously not so young anymore. 17, 18 maybe, 17 now. Starts off with a wide ball, with a no ball actually. Ball not pitching on the centre wicket, which will mean that will be a free hit for Jamie Riley. I'm sure he'll welcome that. Anytime you get a free hit or a freebie, green tick. Let's see if we can make use of it. And that's a wide ball from Alex, so free hit will still stand. Looks like Tom Ramage is the stand-in umpire today, owning his umpire skills away from his ambidextrous bowling, which we've come used to seeing from Tom. Standing out there today, umpiring, doing a very good job for Gibraltar cricket. Once again, though, Alex, just another wide ball, I believe. Ball pitching on the wicket or not pitching on the wicket.
It's given a no ball.
So a no ball given by Tom. So free hit will stand once again. Just seems to be struggling with his run up a little bit. Little start stop as he approaches the crease. Maybe the left hand batter, not an ideal starting position for Alex, but he's got the right hand on strike now. Charles will be on strike. Maybe for the free hit, which is probably a preferred option for Lathbury Lightning, knowing the firepower that he has. Just looks like he needs to complete his action, Alex, and come down the middle of the wicket. Ball is in the air, but 2 runs comfortably taken to extra cover boundary. Ball looping up over Teo, who was standing at short extra cover. Teo also playing a very important knock last week in their win against Calpe Giants, their first win of the season. So they would have come into this game hoping with their tails up a little bit, but and that's going to be buzzer. No ball missed by the keeper. Ball runs down to the boundary. It's not a great start from Alex, this in the over so far. 7, 8, 9 runs already coming from it, I believe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 11 runs rather. And only 1 legal delivery bowled. And that ball's in the air. 1 bounce down to cow corner. Ryan guys maybe had a chance, slow off the boundary line. 1 bounce into his hands, just a single added to the total.
Yeah. He should be coming around the wicket to left-hander, I think.
I think he was coming around the wicket before, but that's when he was bowling all the... And he goes short. Was that full? Was that full toss?
Yeah.
Oh, full toss.
No ball, 6.
Need to go to Specsavers myself, but no ball, 6. So still only 2 legal deliveries bowled from this over and heck of a lot of runs. Beautiful shot though from Jamie Riley. He wasn't going to miss out on that. He's cruising now on 47 of 37 deliveries. He'll have a free hit. Next delivery, chance to get himself up to a half century. Lathbury Lightning looking in total control. Bit quiet out there today from Med Vikings. Only real voice out there is Samath Border, stand-in skipper today. Surrounded by a lot of youngsters. Average age, I'd say, is in the 20s. If Teo was not there, it might even be in the early 20s. Probably still might be. So a lot of inexperience, but good chance for all of them to maybe have a hand in taking a wicket or taking a catch, making a good fielding, catching chance. It was a free hit. Big swing from Jamie Riley. Dropped by Harry Pyle, the wicket-keeper. Throws himself to the floor. Get yourself back up, Harry. It was only a free hit. No harm done.
Jamie on 48, Charles on 37.
So that will bring Charlie P on strike. Couldn't tell you for sure how many balls are left in this over. Seems like it's not unending. Richie, the scorer, now turned into scorer, lets me know there's 3 balls left. Now the full toss from Alex, outside off stump. Just lifted over backward point for another boundary. 116 runs on the board. No wickets lost. And he beats the bat finally in this over. You'll still have to come in for one more though, Alex.
Dot ball.
It was a dot ball indeed. No real leaders out there for Med Vikings. Teo has his hands behind his back. They're all kind of just watching. Probably knowing what they were in for today, but nonetheless have to have a bit of fight. Show these youngsters that are surrounded in the team what can happen. As we all know, 1 brings 2. Lathbury Lightning aren't at their strongest today, albeit they do have a few more decent batsmen still to come in. But a very good platform set by Charles Packard thus far, by Charles Packard and Jamie Riley thus far. 117 after 11 gone, no wickets down. Current run rate is 10.64. They are flying. I believe Kieran Ferrari down in the pavilion has his pads on and will probably be coming in at number 3. Casually playing with his daughter, which is nice to see. Always Gibraltar cricket, always a family surrounding, good community. Maybe just trying to get her into cricket nice and early. Bat in hand, chucking her a ball. As we see Ryan Grimes come into the attack. Starts off with a single down to mid-off for Charles Packard. Just one.
For his 50.
So Jamie Riley on strike, couple left to get himself up to his half century. Bit of back and forth from Med Vikings in the field, obviously, as the previous commentator Richie Cunningham mentioned, this left hand right hand combination probably not ideal to start with, especially for a team with a second stand-in keeper, really. Samath Border never really skippered a team before, I wouldn't imagine. He is a coach, but having to direct a lot of youngsters around the field constantly every ball is probably not helping his situation. As we see Ryan Grimes come in. Oh, that's a decent delivery. Good take from Harry, who's standing up to the wicket. Good length there from Ryan. Bit of bounce. Just climbing on Jamie. Jamie onto the front foot, possibly a little bit too early. Dot ball. Good start this from Ryan. Couple of dot balls back to back. Welcomed, I'm sure, for Med Vikings. But here he goes, full toss on the legs, and Jamie Riley with a lovely little sweep ramp. And gets to his 50 off 41 balls. Scored 5 fours and 2 sixes in that 50. A very good knock, it seems, by young Jamie Riley. Young by age, not inexperienced, obviously, as mentioned previous matches. The boys played lots and lots of cricket. So, very talented. As he just punches the next ball softly down the ground for a single. Gets himself down to non-striker's end. All looking very cushy and comfortable for the team in yellow. End the over with a single. Was a good start to the over from Ryan Grimes, who is back playing cricket after having a knee replacement last year, or knee operation last year. Surprisingly enough, Alex will continue. So Alex Sawyer back into the attack for his second over, going for 20 with probably bowling 2 overs in 1 in his first one as he comes in here. Doesn't go much better at the start of this one. Big no ball first up. And that's a free hit. So unfortunately, big call from the square leg umpire there, Richard Hatchman, not happy with the consistent no balls from Alex Sawyer. He's been given his marching orders, told that he cannot continue. Means that Axel Shah will have to finish this over. He starts also with a no ball full toss called by the square leg umpire. So that will have to be another free hit. Charles now 4 short of his half century with a chance to get there, and he does that with a 6 runs maximum into the fence over extra cover to take him to 52 off 37 balls. 1 6 and 6 fours for him in that 50. Gets a little fist bump from his mate, and off they go again. Good reply that from Axel. Oh, a little bit of footwork there from Ryan, taking it away from his partner standing at short third man. Ends up being 2 runs instead of just 1. Everything seems to be going the way of Lathbury Lightning at the moment. Another full toss. Up in high in the sky and over the boundary rope for another 6. And that will be a no ball and a free hit to come.
No ball, was it? No ball 6. Was that?
Yeah. So, a couple of no balls, really, already from Axel. Bit surprising that he had a free hit there and just tapped the ball, but maybe just giving the young man a little chance considering they are flying. Brings Jamie back on strike. 61 off 40 for Jamie, 53 off 42 for Charles.
No, wrong way around.
Sorry, 61 off 40 for Charles, 53 off 42 for Jamie. Axel runs in again, bowls a wide ball this time. Still 3 legal deliveries left in this over. He's conceded 20 runs off his 3 balls so far, filling in for Alex Sawyer, who'd been taken off by the square leg umpire for bowling too many no balls. Two runs down to long off for Jamie. Just keeping that scoreboard ticking. Very few dot balls since I've been here. Only 1 consecutive dot, like 2 dot balls in a row since I've been here. As Jamie plows that one over the cow corner boundary line for another maximum 6 runs. Partnership of 153 off 84 deliveries. And we could probably
There's balls down here.
say that they have enough runs on the board already. Still 7.1 overs left.
Bad to worse for the Vikings.
It has indeed gone from bad to worse for the Vikings, as we see a halt in play while they look for another ball. That one sailed over the fence into the cafeteria, probably sitting in someone's breakfast.
One to come off that over. One to come. One to come off that over, please. No, I'm definitely right. It's one to come. They have to finish the over.
Oh no.
There's one to come, please, to get Axel to finish the over. No, I haven't, honestly. There's one to come. I'm not miscounting. One to come. Sam! There's one to come. We can't carry on. Just mute that.
So, on the board, Ryan Grimes back into the attack. Starts with a full toss. Down the ground, catching chance maybe. Nope, bounces just short of the boundary, and good work there by Samath coming around from long on to stop it from going over the boundary rope. Saved 2 runs. Big collision was on the cards there between Sam and Sargent, but keeping one eye on the ball and one eye on each other, saved themselves. That runs, but they're not going to stop that one as it flies over the rope, straight down the ground. Another full toss from Ryan Grimes. Charles Packard with a maximum 6 runs as they have to go look for the ball once again, or another ball will be thrown out. At this point, I do not know if Gibraltar Cricket will have enough cricket balls to finish this cricket match. Balls are just constantly sailing over the boundary rope, some of them going outside the ground. No real consistency from mid-Vikings in their bowling. Current run rate is over 12s. Projected score is 241. Here we go again. And that one's out the ground as well. Another one flies over the fence for 6. Extremely comfortable stuff for Lathbury Lightning. As I just mentioned, Gibraltar Cricket in need of cricket balls. One more gets chucked out. Kieran Ferrari very quickly running out of cricket balls to play with his daughter down on the sidelines. As Richie Cunningham has to go into the office and go into the stockpiles. They just chucked one out there. Here we go again. Let's have a look. What's going to happen? Charles Packard, 75 of 43 on strike, smashing 6s for fun. In the block hole, that one, as Teo throws himself to the ground, diving stop, that extra cover stops 1 big run. Jamie Riley on the hoik. Oh, trying to place it over extra cover, just getting a thick outside edge, and one bounce to short-third man. Leo Golding, one of the youngsters filling in today. One bounce into his hand, does some good piece of fielding, keeps it down to 1, but brings the destructive Charlie P, Mr. Packard, back on strike to finish this over. And it goes on the back foot, it's in the air, catching chance. Not attacked by the fielder. And 2 runs added to the total to finish the over. 171, 14, 6 overs left. I think this is all about how many runs can they get. Now, they could put their foot on the gas at any point if they felt like it, but they're scoring very, very freely, very comfortably, and in total control. If I was a betting man, I would bet my house on Lathbury Lightning. Highest total in the GPL all seasons, probably on the cards here, as we see Teo come in to bowl his third over. Starts off with a wide.
Interesting to see what the extras are.
Projected score is 246, but I do imagine if they keep these wickets in hand, they will fly over that total. As we see Jamie Riley push it into the extra covers into covers for a single. Any ball that doesn't really go over the boundary rope at this point is a win for Med Vikings, I'd say. Short from Teo and high in the sky. Catching chance. Alex Sawyer puts himself under it and takes the catch. Good catch that from Alex after being taken out of the bowling attack. He's very, very happy with that one. It was hit high, high up into the sky by Charles Packard. Tries to put it over the boundary rope. It was there to be put over. The ball was short. It was a Gundy ball from Teo. But Charles Packard can find the only man on the leg side boundary, and he will not make his century, falling well short in the end. But in a game like this, you would have imagined him to get there. Walks out shaking his head, but it will give Kieran Ferrari a chance to come in and get some time in the middle. Always good when a game like this is under control, gives everyone a chance to find maybe some form for some more important games down the line. Just reading some of the comments, I am being reminded by some of the people in the comment section that I was hit out of the park by miles last week. Unfortunately, that is true, but it wasn't actually out the park, it was just over the boundary ropes. But yes, indeed, our team did not put in a very good performance with the ball, hence losing the game. But we are now in another game, so we will quickly move on from that.
Behind the bowler's gone.
Just a quick note with the camera behind the bowler's arm. As Teo bowls a dot ball, Richie Cunningham, technician, camera technician, scorer, commentator, et al. Runs down to the camera position behind the bowler to try and get it fixed. As Teo bowls one straying onto Kieran Ferrari's legs, who gets himself off the mark with a single. A welcome few balls without any boundaries for Med Vikings. It's in the air. Catching chance for sure, but Axel Shah is the young man standing at the cow corner boundary. Doesn't really go for it, lets it bounce in front of him, just to the side, and it ends up going over the boundary rope for 4 runs. I've been asked to do a scoring job now as well, so where's my money, Gibraltar Cricket? As we see Teo coming in for his second last delivery of the over, or was it the last one? It was the last one indeed, and that is the end of the over. Lathbury Lightning 178 for the loss of that one wicket that we just saw of Charles Packard in that over. 15 overs gone, 5 overs left. Ryan Grimes to continue. Kieran Ferrari will be on strike. Kieran, very technically sound batsman, as we all know, played cricket in Gibraltar for many a year now. Plays that one with a very straight bat down the ground, doing the sensible thing of getting Jamie Riley getting Jamie Riley on strike, as he is the man in form on 67 of his 49 deliveries. As he goes big leg side again, Only one man out there. Can he cut it off? Axel Shah once again cannot cut it off. And it's another 4 runs added to the total for Jamie Riley. Can he get up to his century today? Or will he also fall short like Charles Packard did? It's a good ball that from Ryan Grimes. Outside the off stump this time. Better line. Big heave from Jamie, trying to hit it, lift it over extra cover. But missing the ball completely. Oh, that's a great shot from Jamie Riley. It was Yorker length, but he dug it out, but also opened the face of the bat at the same time and gets it through backward point region for 4 runs. Brilliant stuff from Jamie. Taking over the reins from Charles Packard is young Jamie Riley. Keeping this healthy score going. Moves himself into the 70s. Oh, good work there at backward point from young Leo Golding. 1 bounce again, sticks out that left hand of his and stopped 3 runs. Anything past him would have definitely been another 4 in the same region where the boundary had just been hit. Good work from the young man. As Ryan Grimes runs in to finish the over. And Kieran Ferrari once again, signature shot just down the ground for a single. He'll keep strike for the start of the next over. Teo Atale will continue. On the slog sweep from Kieran Ferrari. First ball of Teo's last over. Plays it into the gap. 4 runs. Beautiful slow slug sweep.
I said, how many run?
Kieran Ferrari, as I said, very technically sound. Knows where the fielders are. Picking the length very early on that. He was down on 1 knee. Just lifts it over. Short mid wicket. A straightest short mid wicket for 4 runs. Brilliant shot that from Kieran. Played golf with him last week actually. Very fun day out in Estepona. He's one of my golfing buddies, so good to see him back on a cricket pitch though, as he goes leg side once again, this time behind on the slog sweep again, but to deep backward square leg. He saw the fielding position change, and very wise that from Kieran. A lot of experience in that, a lot of experience between the ears in the number 8 for Lathbury Lightning out there, number 3 batsman, number 8 on his shirt. Full of talent, full of shot, great cricketing shots. Uses his feet this time, little inside edge. As we see Kieran's young daughter running out to try and meet daddy out in the middle. Maybe she wants to partner him in the batting. Skipper AJ having to do the running behind her to go and grab her off of the field. She doesn't want to share daddy, does she? As we see Jamie Riley on the slog sweep once again, and it's a crossbar challenge for him. He's playing cricket, he's playing football, he's playing everything out there, but he's mainly hitting sixes for fun. This partnership moving very quickly on to 31 off just 14 deliveries. Very healthy over so far already. 15 coming off it. Still 2 balls left in it as Teo comes in once again. And a little bit of a nothing appeal there from Harry Pyle. Wishing and hoping. As we see the camera goes down once again. Richie Cunningham. Oh, it's back on now. Bit fuzzy, but welcome dot ball there for Med Vikings. Catching chance. Oh, and he's put it down. Court and bowl chance. Dolly all day. Bobby Doll. Ken Doll. Teo Doll puts it down. Nothing is going the way of Med Vikings. As that is the end of the over. 17 overs gone. 3 overs left. We see the score move past the 200 in that over just gone. 205 for the team in yellow.
I'm going to move the thing out a bit. Is this bowling? Right.
As we see Ryan Grimes comes in to finish his spell.
Is that right now?
Seems to have sorted itself out, yeah. Jamie Riley on the front foot, but it's a defensive shot. What are you doing, Jamie? You're on 70 odd, mate. Get on with it. We want to see some sixes. That's what the fans want to see. He's on 83 or 57, playing the forward defensive in the 18th over. And he goes with a big swing. Ball's in the air. No one's going to get under it because it's going to sail over their head and out the ground. 6 runs. Richie Cunningham with a big throw. Doesn't get past the boundary line as we see the square leg umpire having to come in and pick up a new ball. I don't know how many of those we've got left. As I've said, we've probably had double figures worth of balls gone over the fence and out the ground today. President Mark Garrett will be thinking, this is going to cost me a pretty penny. And he goes big again. Is it going to be caught this time? Sam gets 100 and he's gone. Jamie Riley will not reach his 100 either. He will fall 11 runs short. Not much celebration out there for Med Vikings, but Jamie Riley will be disappointed with that. 11 short of your 100. It will bring skipper AJ to the crease as the number 4 batsman. In the grand scheme of things, probably won't make a difference to the result of this game, and their final total gets a big old clap from his teammates. He's done the hard work. He set his team up for a very good defense, very good total to put on the scoreboard. It's flickering this camera all the time. Skipper AJ will join Kieran Ferrari out there in the middle. Only one way to play, AJ. Swing that bat. Eyes open, eyes closed, whatever you like, mate. Just have a swing. Give the fans and spectators watching something to enjoy. No defensive shots at this point. None required. And a massive leave from AJ to start, but it is a wide ball. And he goes, swings, finds the middle of the bat, straight down the ground. 6 runs from AJ. That one sounded clean off the middle of that bat of his. Doesn't really need a license with the total on the board already. He is a skipper. He makes the decisions out there for Lathbury Lightning. He'll be very happy with the total they've got on the board so far. Very chuffed considering how many players they're missing. Gets a freebie on the leg side this time. Goes straight to the fielder, but it also goes straight through the fielder. And that will be another boundary. 4 runs. He's on 10 off just 2 balls. Lathbury Lightning on 222 for 2 double. Nelson. Good response that from Ryan Grimes in the block hole. And a welcome dot ball to finish the over. Everyone seems to have really taken some treatment today, apart from Samath Boda, who opened the bowling. No one being spared. As we see Sergeant Singh come into the attack to bowl his 3rd over. He opens the bowling usually as well. I wasn't here when he started. Gone for 18 off his 2, so it seems that he did not go too badly either to start with. Kieran Ferrari pumps one down the ground once again. Just a single this time though. As I said, anything that doesn't go over the boundary rope at this point is a win for Med Vikings. Big cross-batted shot, but it does go straight down the ground from AJ. Just another single. Leg bye is called this time from the umpire. Kieran Ferrari missing out there on the sweep. Shot he plays very well, but doesn't connect with it. Comes off his pad, and just another leg bye. Just a leg bye. So just a very comfortable start to this over. Very casual start to this over, rather. An over which is the 19th. No boundaries as of yet. 2-5 the total. As we see Sergeant Singh and his afro running in. Just another single. Have Lathbury Lightning just decided to go easy on them, or has Sergeant Singh been bowling better in this over? For you guys to decide. That's a beautiful shot from Kieran Ferrari, right into the gap through the covers, races along the carpet for 4 runs. Beautiful stuff that from Kieran Ferrari, as his daughter once again tries to run onto the pitch. Stopped by Mummy this time. She's actually been sent up into the stands by Mummy, and Mummy is standing as a security guard right next to the boundary to make sure that she has no chance of getting herself onto the pitch. Oh, a little ramp shot attempted by Kieran though, but misses out again this time. Ends the over with a dot ball. We move into the last over of this innings. Lathbury Lightning with a very healthy total of 230 for the loss of those 2 wickets of Charles Packard and Jamie Riley, who really set this total up for them, for the team in yellow, with an opening stand of 150 plus. And we will see Samath Boda come into the attack to bowl the last over. Samath starts the last over of the innings with a single. Kieran Ferrari will enjoy this because Samath bowls with a bit of pace. Albeit he has a lot of variations, Kieran Ferrari really knows how to use the pace on the ball. I'd say he's going to try and ramp him considering there's no one out there. No, he uses his feet, tries to hit it through covers, hits it straight to Teo, and just a dot ball. Teo just picks it up, chucks it anywhere, nearly gives away some buzzers. But a good start for Samath and Med Vikings to the start of the last over of this innings. A lot of hands on hips, a lot of hands behind the back, a lot of looking up to the sky and thinking what has gone wrong for them today out there. A little slower ball that from Samath this time, rolls his fingers over the ball. Kieran really wanting to get back on strike and being sent back by his skipper AJ, who would have definitely been run out at the bowler's end had he come through for the second run. Just another single. That was a very good short ball, that from Samath Boda. AJ with no helmet on, still goes on the hook, playing onto the back foot to try and play the hook. Gets a little top edge, goes through to Harry Pyle, who drops it, standing behind the stumps, standing in the wicketkeeper position, hands on head. He knows that was a catching chance, but I can tell you now, Harry Pyle, that will not make a difference to the result of this game. Good bowling nonetheless by Samath. A lot of variations. Slow ball up in the air. Oh, an easy 2 runs in the end for Lathbury Lightning. Sargent really on his heels, just walking in from the long on boundary, doesn't really attack the ball, and Lathbury Lightning come through for 2 runs and 1 ball to face. Now in this innings, and AJ, the skipper of Lathbury Lightning, will have the honour of facing it. Oh, it's a full toss. It's up in the air. Alex will have another catching chance. He does take it. No ball called. And that is the end of the innings. I'm surprised by that one. Out. That was a no ball, really. Surprised by that. Surprised by that one. Clearly should have been a no ball, but Lee Sims standing at square leg. He does play for Lathbury Lightning, so we can definitely say there was no unfair play. I think maybe he's just seen enough, knows they've got enough on the board already. 238 the final score for the loss of 3 wickets at the end of 20 overs. Med Vikings will need to do a very, very big job, and their main players in Harry Pyle, Teo Atsley and Samath Boda, the stand-in skipper, will probably have to do the bulk of the scoring. So we've seen stranger things happen in cricket, but I can say that Lathbury Lightning are probably very comfortable and very confident with this total that they've got on the board. Now we'll take a short break between innings and hopefully see some of you back with us for the start of the second innings, where Med Vikings will be chasing a target of 239 to win this game. Thank you and see you shortly. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So, welcome back to the start of this second innings of this game between Lathbury Lightning and Mediterranean Vikings. As we have seen, Lathbury Lightning setting a very healthy and confident total of 238 rather. Opening the batting for Med Vikings in the second innings will be Dharminder Singh and Harry Pyle. They will have a very big job on their hands. They'll need to get off to a quick start if they want to stand any chance of winning this game, I'd imagine. And here we go for the first ball. Jamie Riley, who scored most of the runs in the first innings. I believe he scored 89. He is starting for Lathbury Lightning and starts off with a dot ball. That's beautiful stuff, that from the left armour. Really nice action from Jamie Riley. It was good to see him step up today. He's been promoted both in the batting and in the bowling. We usually see Lathbury Lightning star player Dylan Henshaw, who flies in from the UK, opening the bowling and opening the batting. He's not in today. Jamie Riley's been given that promotion in both areas, and he has done a very good job with the bat, and he has got off to a very good start here with the ball. Goes short this time, but just another dot ball. Always find it interesting when batters these days bat with no helmet to a pace bowler, something that I am not very fond of, but some people are just built different. We saw Charles Pack. We usually see Charles Packard do it. We saw AJ do it when he came out to bat, and now we've seen Dharminder Singh do it. He gets the full toss, goes down the ground, and it goes through James Scott's hand for the first boundary of this innings. Should have been just a single, but it ends up going through the fielder's hands for 4 runs. They do have quite a lot of runs to play with, so it shouldn't really be any problem. But setting standards early on will be important. And I'm sure also you don't want the embarrassment when your kids are watching at home. James Scott, as you mentioned, your son will be watching. I'm sure there will be a little bit of roasting for that being done later on. Full toss on the legs, flicked off the pads by Dharminder Singh. Gets enough bat on it, runs through that fine leg region when there is no fielder for another boundary. Not back-to-back 4s, but 2 4s in this over so far. So a decent start for Med Vikings. I do believe Dharminder Singh needs to get to work at some point, so maybe he is in a hurry and he's been given the license by the stand-in skipper Samat Boda to just throw his bat at most of what comes his way. And he tries to do it once again, but gets bowled this time full and straight. Yorker length from Jamie Riley. He was in the runs earlier, now he's in the wickets. Lathbury Lightning have their first.
Scorer! One to come.
So that ends the first over with a wicket. Lathbury Lightning on the board. Med Vikings 9 for the loss of 1. Harry Pyle will be on strike. And we will have the extreme pace of James Scott. He bowls with pace, he bowls with swing, known as the Shoaib Akhtar of the Costa del Sol. Definitely has the hairstyle, maybe not the skin colour too much, but he has the ball in his hand and he will bowl this second over. Gives the ball a little shine, sets himself, takes a deep breath, here he comes, extreme pace or not, you take your pick. Starts off with a short ball, Harry Pyle hits it straight to backward point. Would have been a good ball to get off the mark, but misses out there. Harry, he'll be disappointed with that one because that is his favourite shot, one that he plays usually very well. Not getting enough bat on it to get it past backward point. Short once again, this time hit in front of square, will only be a single. Mohammed Roshan on the offside boundary, coming around to pick it up and clear it up. Good to see him back in the fold for Lathbury Lightning. We've no doubt we'll see him with ball in hand a little bit later on, if needed, if required. Full toss, outside off, and Teo Atalay, the number 3 batsman, who I forgot to mention, was the one walking out to the crease earlier when that wicket fell of Dharminder Singh. Starts off with a nice juicy full toss, outside off stump, hits it through extra cover, all the way to the boundary for 4 runs. As I said, Teo will need to do a lot of the heavy lifting here if they are to get anywhere near the total. Plays it down the ground this time on the onside for a single. On the 4 runs, this time to Harry Pyle. James Scott with his extreme pace, not getting off to the greatest of starts. Maybe he just needs to slow down his bowling a little bit. He was telling me about how quick he usually bowls. Mentioned about how his son does give him a good old roasting when he watches him online. He won't be roasting him too much about the pace, but he will be roasting him about all these boundary balls he's giving early up. And as we see the ball go under the fence and out the ground in a different way to the way we were watching Lathbury Lightning hit them over the fence, I am just going to have a quick look at what the football fixtures are later. My beloved Man United playing, albeit not in a very good position in the league. Any sport on a weekend is welcome to be watched. So again, apologies for the technical difficulties we're having behind the bowler's arm camera as we see James Scott run in and bowl a wide ball. I don't know why I can't get this other camera. And James Scott finishes the over with a dot ball. Ball was up in the air for a second there. Catching chance. Catching chance there for James Scott. Couldn't get to the catch, but does some great work on the running back to the boundary rope. Just knocking it back over into field. Saves 3 runs in the air because there was a complication in the running. Some indecision between the batters. Teo thought it was going for a boundary rope. Ends up only being 1 run. Harry Pyle going hard at that one. Full. Kieran goes straight for the stumps. Direct hit would be close. Teo was halfway down the wicket there. All sorts going on out there. We're trying to bring you some entertainment in a rather, not to say mundane game, but a game that we probably imagine is going to be won by the Lathbury Lightning. Nonetheless, we'll try and bring some exciting commentary for you as Harry Pyle knocks it down the ground. It's a dot ball. There is a slight delay on the camera work, so apologies for that. Richard Cunningham, jack of all trades, out on the field now, unable to sort out the camera angle behind the bowler's arm as we see Jamie Riley run in. Well played that from Harry Pyle. Opens the face of the bat, runs it down to third man on the boundary. Lathbury Lightning know Harry Pyle's game. They've got the field set up perfectly well for him. Deep backward point. And a third man on the boundary. 2. Ends the over with a single. Means Harry Pyle will keep strike. And Shoaib Akhtar, James Scott. Express pace man. Express swing. Boomerang swing. To continue. Harry Pyle, short on the legs, misses out. Punches himself for missing out on that one, especially with no fielders in the fine leg, deep backward square leg area. Tries to play a little dab this time on the offside. Once again, misses out. Good take that from AJ. Some good glove work behind the stumps. Short and no other word to use apart from horrible or Gandhi ball is what we call it. Wide call from the umpire. Oh, floats that one in the air, does James Scott. Teo goes for a big hoik, but just getting an inside edge on it into the mid-wicket region for another single. Let's have a look if we can get the camera angle back in play for you guys. Oh, Harry Pyle goes down the ground. One bounce to Richard Hatchman out there at long on. Yeah, apologies for the camera angle behind the bowler. That seems to be down. And as I said, Richard Cunningham, the camera technician, is out fielding. So you'll have to make do with the stand camera. Nice swing that from Teo, but brilliant work from Jamie Riley, running across from his mid-off position, really covering some good ground. Had to go about 20 paces to his left-hand side, sliding, stopped, saved 3 runs easy there as Med Vikings come through for a single. Oh, a little flick off the legs this time, Harry Pyle. Good use of the crease there from Harry. Ball wasn't too short, but maybe the line was just not where James expected it to be on that off stump. Probably more middle stump, leg stump line, and Harry Pyle with a little flick of the wrists gets it past square leg for 4 runs. That will end the over. Takes Med Vikings to 33 for the loss of 1 wicket. Harry Pyle on 12 of his 12 deliveries. Teo Atale on 9 of his 6 deliveries faced. 4 overs gone. Still 2 overs in this power play. Jamie Riley starts off his third over with a full toss, which Teo can only put straight down to mid on for a dot to ball. Oh, good pace that from Jamie Riley. Teo swinging for the heavens and missing absolutely everything. Another dot ball. Rats him on the pads, and the only man to appeal, as ever, as he does always, is Richard Hatchman. I don't actually believe the man knows what an LBW is. The ball has to be pitching in line, Richard. It has to be hitting the pads, and it has to be going on to hit the stumps. You can't just appeal every time the ball hits the pads, mate. Oh, that's a beautiful nut from Jamie Riley. Just pulls his length slightly further back, getting the ball to move away from the right-hander Teo. Teo opting to go onto the back foot, missing it all ends up and straight into the gloves of skipper AJ. Great start to this over. 4 dot balls back to back. 2 balls left in this over. And that ball's in the air slightly, but just slightly wider of Richard Hatchman at standing at mid-on, and it will go through that gap and to the boundary line for 4 runs. Welcome boundary in this, what is the penultimate over of this power play. Still going for just 4 off and over in the power play. Overs is not too bad. He does still have 1 delivery left though. Can Med Vikings have another boundary? Teo just looks like he's going to throw his bat at most things right now. It's gone straight to James Scott at mid-off for a dot ball. Finishes the over with a dot. Just 4 runs conceded from that. Jamie Riley going for 17 off his 3 with that 1 wicket. Med Vikings are 37 for the loss of 1 wicket after 5. 1 over left in the power play. It will be bowled by express pace bowler James Scott. Boomerang swing. What has the man got? Come on, James, your son is watching at home. Give him something to cheer about. Starts off with a dot ball. Let's have a look what's going on in the world of the IPL. As James Scott runs in and bowls another dot ball. Good start to this final over of the power play for him. Harry Pyle, don't know if he knows that they are chasing 238 runs and this is the last over of the power play. Just fends that back. Decides to leave that one. It will be another dot ball. Looks at the wide line, looks at the umpire, looks at the wide line, looks at the umpire. Some would say he's suggesting to the umpire that should have been a wide. Tries to cut the ball again this time on that back foot a little bit earlier. Here's another dot ball. Good over so far from James Scott. Go on, James. Give us a slower delivery now. Tries to go express pace. Instead, ball short. Very short. Was that on the offside? Was it on the leg side? Byes called by the umpire. Everyone misses it, including the wicketkeeper. Oh, and he's got a wicket with the second last delivery of his over. It was a gundy, disgusting, horrible, filthy full toss. And Teo tries to put it to the moon. Teo, you only had to hit it over the boundary rope, mate. They all count the same, but you missed it, and you have to walk off because James Scott has found those stumps. Teo walks off dragging his bat. That is one of the worst deliveries I've seen in my lifetime that has picked up a wicket. I can't use foul language, but they do say poor balls get wickets. Let's just say it like that for today. James Scott has his first. Lathbury Lightning have their second. 29 for 2. Teo gets a sarcastic clap on his way out. And a big huff and a puff from the big man. That will be the end of the over. End of the power play. Probably end of a realistic chance for Med Vikings to win this game. And we will see Mohammed Roshan brought into the attack. Good to see him back in the colours, in the yellow colours. Good to see him back out on the cricket field. Had a little chat with him in the middle of the innings. Been busy with work. Been busy with a little bit of travel. But looking very trim and ready to go. Out there is Mohammed Roshan. Mohammed Roshan definitely got a little bit of pace behind him. See from that decently long run up. As he got the control, can he find his line and length? As I said, hasn't played cricket for a little while, but what's he got here early up? Oh, straight into the block hole. That's his signature Yorker delivery. Harry Pyle just managing to get some bat on it. Not quite sure how. It does run down towards the fine leg boundary. Little inside edge. Great work that from Lucas. Standing at short fine leg, running down to that boundary and keeping the ball from going over the boundary rope. The batters come back for a second run. Great pace that from Roshan and great control. Straight in the block hole. Oh, he tries to go into the block hole once again. It's a low full toss this time. Obviously with the power play being over, Lathbury Lightning able to spread their field. Ball goes down to long off. James Scott, who picked up that wicket with that absolutely filthy delivery of his last ball of his over, does the clearing up on the boundary rope. Once again, another great delivery by Mo Roshan. Right up into that block hole. Very difficult to hit those deliveries. If you can bowl 6 of those, he bowled them very, very well when he went to Bulgaria, I believe, to play in an ECN tournament. And in the block hole once again. 4 deliveries right into that block hole. Just missing out on one of them with the slow full toss, but this is great stuff from Roshan. Looks like he's never been away from the game. Once again, another one in the block hole. Brilliant stuff this from Roshan. I'm sure Lathbury Lightning will be very happy to have him back. Hopefully he can stay available for the rest of this tournament, which looks to be a 2-horse race between Lathbury Lightning and Calpe Giants. Missing out on that one. Full toss on the leg side this time. Harry Pyle gets enough bat on it to work it off his legs, and little flick for 4 runs. Welcome boundary that for Med Vikings to the deep backward square leg area where there is no one. Ends the over with a boundary. Med Vikings move to 45 for the loss of 2 wickets. 7 overs gone. They need 194 in 78 balls. Make what you will of that. Required run rate is 14.92. Current run rate is 6.43. Let us know in the comments what chance you give them of winning this game. As we see Kieran Ferrari, off spinner, brought into the attack. Very wily bowler, smart cricketer, good experience. Starts with a bit of flight, throws it up in the air, catching chance possibly. No, James Scott doesn't want any of it, just lets it bounce once in front of him as he comes and collects it. 1 run added to the total. New batter, as I did not mention once again, is Ryan Grimes. Came in at the loss of the wicket of Teo. Bit of flight from Kieran. This pitch is all about that. You can get it into the right area. Slow bowling really can be successful on here. And Kieran Ferrari really knows how to do that very well. Just another single. Big flight, inside edge. Harry Pyle calls it. Run out chance at the bowler's end. AJ throws. Ryan Grimes manages to make it down. Seemed to be a dangerous call initially, but make it quite comfortably in the end. Top ball there from Kieran Ferrari, throwing it up into the air once again. A little bit flatter this time. Ball's in the air, catching chance. Mohamed Roshan gets under it. Oh, he's put it down. Mohamed Roshan, what have you done? It was an absolute dolly, but he's put it down. Kieran Ferrari, it wasn't the greatest of deliveries. Harry Pyle had the whole leg side boundary to put the ball anywhere he wanted. He found the man that was out there, and it was a drop catch. As we see an uneventful dot ball bowled, the last ball. To end of Kieran Ferrari's first over. Mohamed Roshan will have to trot in to bowl his second over. He was standing 3/4 of the way and did do relatively well to run to the side. Did make the ground up, but once he got under it, shelled the catch. And Harry Pyle survives. Once again, straight in the block hole from Mohamed Roshan. Really good stuff that from Roshan. Harry Pyle knocks it down the ground for a single, and Men Vikings get up to the total of 50. Full toss in the air. Flash, Richie Cunningham standing at short cover, runs in, gets it on the one bounce, direct hit at the keeper's end, but the striker had been sent back. Thankfully for him. Evergreen, Richard Cunningham, looking like Flashman in there in the short extra cover. Oh, really good that from Roshan, right into the block hole, but missed by the keeper this time. That will be called by as it runs down to the boundary. Lucas trying his best to chase it and tackle the ball to stay over into the field, stay in the field before reaching the boundary line, but on this occasion not managing to get there in time. So 4 byes will be called by the umpire. Welcome, 4 runs added to the total. Decent shot from Ryan Grimes into the covers. Richard Cunningham with a one-handed diving stop at short extra cover once again. Ball probably wouldn't have reached the boundary, but does manages to stop a couple. Probably save a couple extra runs. Good pace that for Mohamed Roshan. Once again, right up into that block hole. Seems like he's just dealing in Yorkers at the minute. Good finish to that over. Good comeback. And the total moves to 57 runs for Med Vikings off 9 overs. 182 required in 67 balls. Kieran Ferrari back into the attack. A flick off the legs this time from Harry into the leg side just for another single. Again, another tossed up delivery from Kiwi. Ryan Grimes this time the one to knock it into the leg side for a single. Oh, a little bit of a dart that from Kieran. Great work off his own bowling there, diving to his left hand side. Rolling back the years, stops the ball from going down the ground. Dot ball. Big flight. Not giving any kind of pace for the batters to work with. Decent bowling that from Kieran. It's in the air. Ryan Grimes trying to lift it over the top, but 1-2 bounces down to long off, where evergreen Richard Cunningham picks the ball up and throws it back in. Once again, good glove work that from AJ. Harry Pyle trying to go on the cut, but he was on the front foot very early and then tries to play a little cut dab shot and misses the ball completely, finishes it over uneventfully with a dot ball. We will see the block hole bowler. I'm going to call him that for today because it seems he's bowled 2 overs, 11 balls of which have all been in the block hole. So he is back on to bowl this third. M.R. Mohamed Roshan. And another delivery right up into the block hole. As expected, they should have ability to bet on how many block hole deliveries can that man bowl in his spell. I'd say the number would be relatively higher than 50%. And another one right up into the block hole, and this one is straight. Finds his aim this time on those 3 wooden pegs standing behind the batter and cleans him all ends up. Ryan Grimes has to walk. Mohammed Roshan has his first wicket. Lathbury Lightning have their third, and that will bring stand-in skipper Samath Boda, whose batting game has improved drastically in the last year or so, but even this might be a little bit far-fetched for him. 178 runs still needed at a required run rate of 18.41. Walks out there without a helmet today. In any other circumstances against a pace bowler, as I mentioned earlier, a crazy decision to bat without a helmet, but looks like Mohammed Roshan is looking for people's toes, not for their head. So there you go. What has Samath Boda got? He's been smashing everyone in the nets. Can he smash people out there in the middle in a real game? Big high backlift. Plays a nice cover drive to start with. Should be two comfortably. Oh, poor fielding that from Kieran Ferrari. Bends down with the left hand to pick it up and it just goes under. A little bit sloppy. He does set some very high standards for himself in all walks of life. Slaps the rugby posts in disdain. It's not going to cost your team too much, Kieran. Don't worry too much about that. But Samath does start off with the boundary of his first delivery. Full toss as Mohammed Roshan once again looks for the block hole. Samath helps himself to a single down the ground. So Harry Pyle out there on 19 of 29 deliveries. Not really good enough when you're chasing 238 on the board. But I guess he knows that he hasn't really got much after him. Trying his best. Gets a little bit of bat on that. I've heard a little bit of bat on that, but called a wide by the umpire nonetheless. Oh, now reversing his decision because the fielding team told him there was bat on that. Don't really know how that actually works once you've called it, but there you go. So no wide given in the end. Not quite in the block hole, but full and straight. That's all you need. Not really giving Harry much room to work with. So that was the end of the over. 11 overs gone. New bowler coming in is Richard Hatchman. 11 overs gone. Med Vikings 67 for 3. 2 batters out there. Harry Pyle, Samath Boda. 2 of the senior players for Med Vikings, but not even being a senior player will do much for you right now. You can probably even be a young 14-year-old who plays in the IPL. This game seems to be out of your hands. Just have some fun out there. Try and have a swing. Maybe play some shots. That's what I would do. As we see the new bowler Richard Hatchman just setting his field, still going about their routines and their process. Our Lathbury Lightning, 172 is needed of 54 balls. Game is probably in the bag, but still making sure all the fielders are in their right positions as we see Samath just knock it into short mid wicket for a single. Little flick off the legs from Harry down to square leg boundary where Charles Packard does the clearing up for the team in yellow. Oh, good pick up that from Lucas. That short fine leg just keeps it down to a single. All very cushy and comfortable out there for the team in yellow. As Richard Hatchman runs in and bowls a dot ball. May as well try and get some practice. Try and put what you've been learning in the nets out there. Samath knocks it straight to Richard Cunningham at short extra cover and calls his mate through for a single. So, sorry, it wasn't a dot ball, the last ball. So 5 singles thus far off this over. 1 ball left. Big swing from Harry Pyle. He gets all of it and he gets it over the rope. That's a great shot from Harry Pyle. Just opening up those arms now, those shoulders. The ball was was full, was straight. Harry Pyle goes big for his first 6 off the game. Ends the over with a decent cricket shot. Slog sweeping Richard Hatchman over the cow corner boundary. Still only 11 off that over. They do need 18s or 20s rather. But a bit of pleasure no doubt will be running through Harry's body. He's on 27 off 34 balls. Samath Border's partner and stand-in skipper 8 off 5. Richard Cunningham, the new bowler, off spinner. This will be a interesting battle. Samath Border been smashing the spinners in the nets really hard, really long. Or what seems really long in the nets, finding the middle of the bat. What's he got to do now? Out there, big toss up, flicks it off his legs, hits it straight to Mohammed Roshan. Comes through for 2 runs, maybe. Yeah, good running that from Harry Pyle to get back to the non-striker's end. Once again, the ball hit straight to Mohammed Roshan, busting through his hands, and they will get, should have just been 1, but they will get 2. Brings Samath Border back on strike. Once again, straight to Mohammed Roshan, can't pick it up cleanly. Once again, and they come through for a single. Richard Cunningham, he can go for a few runs, but he also does always pick up wickets. I don't know how he does it. This time, it's another brilliant shot from Harry Pyle. Really opening up those shoulders now. A lot of confidence running through his veins. Pumps Richard Cunningham down the ground for a maximum 6 runs. Wide ball call this time. Pushing it outside the off stump does Cunningham. I'd say take him on and keep taking him on every single ball. Throws it up in the air. Harry Pyle gets all of this one as well. It's another 6 runs. Good stuff from Harry Pyle. Really starting to kick on now. It might be for a losing cause, but when he goes home, he'll love to watch those shots back on the television, no doubt. sit down with maybe a beer in hand and think, could I have been more confident from the start? Staying low, this one. Just a single. Good work that from Mohamed Russian to cut out the second run. Sam Athbodder will be on strike for the last ball. Richard Cunningham getting the pump in this over so far. Tossed up. Sam Athbodder just knocking the full toss. Using his feet, making it into a full toss, just knocking it down the ground. And he will keep strike for the start of the next over. Ooh. Ends the over with a single. Another good over that for Med Vikings. 17 coming off that one. Still short of the required run rate, which means the required run rate will climb once again. Ooh, over the 20s mark now. 20.43 is the required run rate. 143 needed. Still, for them, 42 deliveries left. Richard Hatchman to continue. Played off the back foot by Sammy B for one run down the ground. Just fended away by Harry Pyle this time for a single. Another single down the ground. That's a good shot from Harry Pyle into the covers. As we see Jamie Riley sprinting real hard, real quick. That young man is very fast on those 2 feet of his. Great pick up on the boundary rope. Stops 2 runs. Stops the ball from going over the boundary rope. So it will just be 2 decent shot from Harry Pyle into the covers. Not many fielders out there. That's played delicately. That little bit of width on offer by Richard Hatchman. Harry Pyle just opens the face and little late dab, plays it nice and fine past Lee Sims, who was standing at a wide-ish third man. Nice little shot for a boundary. Short, pulled, another 4 runs. That's back-to-back 4s for Harry Pyle. He's done really well in the last 3 overs. He's managing to find the boundary rope, and he works his way up to 50. He really put his foot on the accelerator in the last 3 overs. He was well under a runner ball, but now he's pushed himself above 50 and well over a runner ball. 51 for him off 41 deliveries faced, 3 6s and 4 4s, I believe. I just saw. If nothing else, he will take a little bit of pride in his batting today and give himself a little bit of good viewing when he gets home later. Richard Cunningham will continue. Sam Athbodder will be on strike. Go on, Sam Ath, let's see some 6s from you now, young man. God, it's a good shot down the ground though. Just 1 run. Funny old game out in the nets. Everyone can look superb and then come out to the middle and look a little bit lacking in confidence. That's not something that Harry Pyle is going through right now, although he does miss that one and it will just be a dot ball. He's got plenty of space in that offside on the offside of the field to hit that into. Just once again trying to play his signature little late dab. Walks down the ground this time. Walks down the wicket this time, but hits it straight down to Kieran Ferrari along the ground for a single. Go on, Samath. Let's see some sixes, buddy. That's what we've all come to see. Losing cause, but let's see some sixes. Tries to go big. Richard Cunningham, sensible, just pulls his length slightly back. Easy 2 runs. Can Harry Pyle make it back? Yes, he does. Good running from Harry Pyle. That was all his call. Samath Bodha was just looking for a single, but he says, no, I can make it. I can come. I'm going to danger end. And he does make it back in time. Samath Bodha will be back on strike. Tossed up. Big swing from Samath, gone down the ground, over Kieran Ferrari's head and into the wall. That will leave a dent, that will leave a mark, both on the wall and in the middle of the bat. Maximo, 6 runs for Med Vikings and for Samath Bodha. Another full toss, misses the ball this time. Probably yorked himself in the end. It was going to be a low full toss. Samath Bodha maybe just using his feet, taking 2 steps too many. Misses the ball, picked up by AJ. Stumping. Easy stumping. Samath maybe a little bit overconfident after that 6. Shakes his head as he walks off. Richard Cunningham has his first. As I said, he gets pumped for 6s, but he does pick up wickets. Ends the over with a wicket. 15 overs gone. Med Vikings are 119 for 4. 120 runs needed. 30 deliveries left. Samath Bodha goes for 23 off 13 deliveries faced. Harry Pyle still out there. 52 off 43 balls is joined by young Axel Shah. Axel Shah, fan of the Mumbai Indians, wears a little bandana under his helmet. So clearly someone who watches the pros, tries to follow in their footsteps. Very technical batsman. Still very young, but starting to shoot up in height. I remember coaching him a couple of years ago. He was only a little man, a little bit taller now. Harry Pyle goes down the ground, over the top, over the fielder standing inside the ring, and over the boundary rope, over the fence. Helen Mumford, I think that's in your house. Can you throw the ball back for us, please? 6 runs, it's a maximum for Harry Pyle. He's starting to fly now. Richard Hatchman, the man getting the thumping. He goes full, half volley once again. A little bit of pace taken off it though. Just a single this time. Oh, full, straight, fast, furious from Richard Hatchman to the young man Axel Shah, who gets absolutely cleaned up. First ball. He'll be disappointed with that. He is a batsman. He does really, really enjoy his cricket. But Richard Hatchman not holding back against the young man. Smashing the stumps. The stumps go cartwheeling backwards. He's been bullying the young men all day. He was standing at square leg earlier. He called for the bowler to be brought off after bowling 2 full tosses. Very strict, very stringent is Richard Hatchman, but following the rules of the game, not holding back. He wants to win. He wants to win the competition. Wants to win this game. Wants to win the competition. Gave me a little bit of a scolding in the mid-innings break. And after being pumped down the ground for 6 by Harry Pyle, I'm sure that frustration has been let out on Axel Shah. Anyways, new batter in is another Harry This time it's not Pyle, it's Discombe. We've seen him diving around in the field plenty. He's got a bat in his hand this time, and he's up against a very angry, very fast and furious Richard Hatchman, who goes full and straight again, but a very nice looking forward defensive from Harry. Slightly opening the face of the bat, gets himself off strike, gets himself off the mark. Just a single. Nice shot that from Harry Pyle. Down past backward point. Easy 2 runs in the end. Great work once again from Jamie Riley. That young man can't keep him out of the game. He is super fast across the ground. Covering extremely good ground there to stop the ball from going over the boundary rope once again. Saving 2 runs for his team. Last ball of this over. Short, wide. Not called a wide ball though. Surprisingly enough, but there you go. Richard Cunningham will continue after finishing his last over with a wicket, with that important wicket of Samath Boda. Med Vikings move to 129 for the loss of 5 wickets. There are 5 overs left in this innings, as Richard Cunningham throws that one up with a lot of light. Just a dot ball. Go on, Harry, have a swing. That's all we want to see. Nothing to lose, mate. Have some fun. Fielders are inside the ring. Have a swing. There you go. That's what he does. Through backward point region. Jamie Riley on it. Run out chance for sure. Great work by Jamie Riley. No, Harry does well to get back for the second. Another single added to the total. Attack, attack, attack. That's what I would say, Harry Pyle. Go for it. Keep going, mate. Keep going. Have a swing. Big swing into the cow corner region. Is it going to get over the boundary rope? 1 bounce, 4 for Harry Pyle this time. No holding back now for him. Four runs. Just dropped short there from Cunningham. Slight change in the field from Cunners. Cow corner goes out. They send short mid wicket out to cow corner rather, and the sweeper on the offside, Jamie Riley, is brought into the ring. Thrown up in the air once again, but Harry Pyle charges down the wicket, and it's a brilliant shot. This time still going into the cow corner region, but going right over that man's head. Another 6 runs, Maximo for Harry Pyle. He's all about the boundaries now, isn't he? Funny the way cricket can work. When you know the game's gone, just throw caution to the wind, and sometimes it might fall in your favour. 71 now for Harry. Once again thrown up in the air, goes down the ground, catching chance. James Scott. Oh, he's absolutely bottled it. He just watches it bounce in front of him. Doesn't want any part of coming for the ball. Doesn't attack the ball. One bounce into the hands. Just a single. That should take some roasting from his son, who hopefully is still watching him at home. He's going to get roasted in all forms. All shape and form is James Scott. Now, a new bowler coming into the attack. Lee Sims will bowl with 3 overs left. First game we're seeing Lee this season in the GPL in the yellow colours. He will be bowling at Harry Pyle, who took a single off the last over, so he'll keep strike. Absolutely gundy delivery. It is a no ball. It's a 2 bouncer. Harry Pyle will have a free hit, free swing to do what he wants. Men Vikings on 144 for 5. And that's another no ball. Free hit will stay. Lee Sims looking very stiff. And another no ball. And free hit will continue. Short, hit high into the sky. Gonna be 2 runs. That gonna get back Harry Pyle. Drop catch by Mohammed Roshan. Doesn't really matter because it was a free hit, but it does allow the batsman to come back for 2 and does allow Harry Pyle to keep strike. Can he get himself up to 3 figures? That was probably the most eventful thing happening out there right now, and one of the milestones that we will be looking for. He's on 72 currently, or 74 currently. And a no ball bowled once again. Harry Pyle knocking it off his hips into the leg side for 2 bounces and over the boundary rope. 4 runs for Harry Pyle. Decent little knock this from the Med Vikings wicketkeeper batsman. Can he get his maiden 100? Short. Knocks it into the offside this time. Through the gap. Another boundary. It's another 4 runs. He's dealing in those at the minute. Moves himself to 82 into the 80s. I don't particularly believe he's ever been in the 80s before. Can he get his maiden century? Come on, Harry Pyle. We're rooting for you, buddy. Oh, it's a wide ball. No, umpire faces towards the scorer, about to stretch his arms out, then decides to put his hands back down. No wide, just a dot ball. Welcome dot ball for Lee Sims in this over. He's been paying a heavy price for bowling short. Oh, but this is a catching chance. Charles Packard runs in. He runs in. Oh, but it's got to fall short. Got to come back for the second. No, Harry Pyle, you've got to come back for the second, mate. It will be Harry Discom on strike. Just a single. Oh, but he does manage to get the ball out for another single, and it means Harry Pyle will be on strike. Still 1 delivery left in this over. Come on, Harry, buddy. We're all rooting for you, mate. Take a single, get strike for the start of the next, maybe. No, he tries to go for the. Oh, yes, he will get the single. Was a catching chance. Richard Cunningham at short third man. Diving chance. He looks like he thinks that was a catching chance. Catching opportunity rather, but does stop it from going to the boundary. Will just be a single. Harry Pyle will keep strike. Med Vikings move to 161 for 5 off 18 overs, 12 deliveries left. Harry Pyle is on strike. He's 16 short of his first ever 3 figures in Gibraltar. Required run rate is 39 now. 78 needed of 12 balls. That's completely out of the question. All we're looking for is Harry Pyle. Can you get your 100? Field still being set very meticulously here by Lathbury Lightning. Now, Harry Pyle, come on, he's tossing it up to you, buddy. Don't use that late dab. Use your feet, pump him down the ground. Those are the shots that have been paying dividends for you. There you go, that's what you want. Is it straight down that, straight to James Scott? Oh, he shelled the catch. James Scott, do you want to be roasted by your son? I think you do. He's shelled a catch down there at long on. Oh my days. Harry Pyle, they're giving you chances. Get yourself on strike, Harry Pyle. Try and get yourself to those 3 figures. I'm trying to bring you as much excitement as I can towards the end of this game, which is now completely in Lathbury Lightning. And, oh, that's a nice shot from Harry Discombe. Just a single though. Perfect. It means that HP Harry Pyle will be back on strike. Come on, Harry. 15 needed, mate. 15 needed. 9 deliveries left in this innings. Use your feet. Pump him down the ground. Ah, he's yorked himself. Straight to extra cover for just a single. Decent bowling that from Kieran. Throws it up in the air. Pulls the length back though. Just a dot ball. Two balls left in this over. Nice shot that from Harry Discombe over extra cover. Is he going to run down to the boundary for his first boundary of the game? That is a very nice shot that from Harry Discombe. Gets a fist bump from Harry Pyle. Oh, that was the last ball of the over rather. So not a bad shot. Scoring shot, because it means that Harry Pyle will keep strike for the last over. He's got 6 deliveries as Harry Pyle. He's on 86. Shot down the ground. Just for 1. It doesn't look like it's going to happen for him. Good knock nonetheless. 87 off 63 deliveries for him. Harry Discombe is on 11. Off his 8 deliveries faced. There are 5 deliveries left in this innings. Yeah, good call that from Harry. Gets himself on strike. Stay, Harry, stay on strike. Stay on strike. As you can see, I'm shouting out instructions to Harry Pyle. He's a good mate of mine, also a golf buddy. Trained quite a lot with him. I really want him to get up to his 3 figures today. The game has gone. So apologies for that shouting across the microphone. Couldn't quite control myself, telling him to stay on strike, trying to face these last 4 deliveries where he needs 13 to get up to those. Yeah, he's got 4 runs there. Brilliant stuff. Harry Pyle moves himself into the nervous 90s. 9 runs required for him to get up to those 3 figures. He's got 3 balls left to do it. Can he get it done in a losing cause? But still, he could be very, very proud with what he's done so far. 91. Keep going, just keep using that pace. Move around the crease, try and throw the bowler off. You can do it, Harry Pyle. Come on, mate. No, should have stayed. And again, come back again. No, he's not going to do it. It doesn't seem like that. 2 balls left and he's on the non-striker's end. Why did he call for the single? I've been shouting instructions from here. He should have known the game's gone. Might as well have been a little bit selfish and just kept strike. But there you go. Good shot that from Harry Discombe. Straight to Kieran Ferrari. Great fielding into the bowler's hands. And it looks like he's definitely got to fall short now, because unless there's going to be a no ball which he can pump and then get another opportunity, he will definitely fall short. He is 8 short of that century with 1 delivery left in this innings. Good partnership, 50 of 30 deliveries. Good fast delivery that from Jamie Riley. And that will end the innings and the game with a dot ball. Lathbury Lightning in the end winning by 63 runs. Harry Pyle will end on 92. Not out. No real notable contributions from the rest of his team, which is a shame. Lathbury Lightning will be happy with the points that they will take for the win. Net run rate improvement could have been a bit better, but guess that's what you need to do when you get people filling in for. You need to give them all a chance, and they will nonetheless be very happy with that win. Takes them on to level points with Calpe Giants at the top of the table, after Calpe Giants lost their game last weekend against Med Vikings. It's all becoming very hot, becoming very interesting at the top of the table. Still plenty of cricket to be played during the month of May and the month of June. Opens up this competition for those 2 teams at the top, as we see Lathbury Lightning walking off the field. They do look in good spirits, very happy, lots of smiling faces. Bit of a giggle between the 2 teams, shaking hands now, and that will be that. So just a quick thank you from me, the commentator Kabir Mirpuri. Thanks to Richard Cunningham for commentating and filling in early before I arrived, doing the camera work as usual, and the scoreboard. Thank you to the umpire Tom Ramaje, and for any spectators both here in the stadium and at home. All that is left for me to say is hope you will join us for the next game, which I believe is next week between Med Vikings and Calpe Giants. Keep up to date with all the information from Gib Cricket, and last but not least, please like and subscribe. Take care to everyone at home. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and hope to see you soon.